The twists and the turns continue in the Bushiri extradition case that is currently hibernated in Malawi. New development in the case suggests that witnesses in the extradition case say they will not be making their way to Malawi to testify in the extradition case of Prophet Shepherd Bushiri and his wife Mary. According to ENCA reporter Pulile Treaty Jones, the witnesses had told him they won't be going to Malawi for fear of their lives.
What I've also tried to do is track some of the witnesses, which of course we had been in communication with since about 2020. You remember that we first brought you the story where we broke it, where witnesses had alleged that there had been, of course, by the self-proclaimed prophet Bushiri before he had fled the country. And what it is right now is that they had actually told me that they would not be heading to Malawi because they cite that they fear their safety might be in jeopardy if that's the case. And now they're pinning their hopes on the fact that the application which has been brought by the chief magistrate in Malawi through the high courts can be successful, so they can rather testify through a virtual or video link to try and avoid going into the country. Now that's a matter that we're all still waiting for. That's a matter the Department of Justice is also still waiting for. But legal analysts have also weighed in, saying that they're hoping that this date can come through, and that this is not only a delay tactics to further avoid the prosecution of the Bushiris. Now you'd remember that the Bushiris have also confirmed that they will not be coming into the country, or will try by all means to fight the extradition process, citing their safety reasons, saying that they will not be receiving a fair trial in the country if the extradition process in accordance to the SADC protocols were to be successful. But of course the Department of Justice is saying that is not the case, and that the pair would receive a fair trial like any other prisoner in the country.
The decision of the witnesses not to show up in Malawi will now present a new twist to the extradition process, judging from the fact that Magistrate Patrick Cherwa had ruled that the witnesses should testify in the Malawian court. It is recalled that a Malawian court ruled in March last year that the witnesses in the case should appear before the magistrate in Malawi to testify on the extradition case.
It's a court order, and it has to be respected, and we'll have to go by the dictates of the order that the court has made. The arrangements have to be made. Discussions, international cooperation has to be there, making sure that the order of the court is duly accorded.
Initially, the state had agreed to the ruling of the court, but later appealed, arguing that the witnesses should be allowed to use video conferencing for their testimonies. It's been a year now, and the extradition case appears to be hibernated. It was supposed to have been heard in October last year, but till date, there has been inactivity in Malawi concerning the case. The Minister of Justice and Correctional Services, Ronald Lamola, says South Africa is still waiting to hear from the Malawi court on the developments of the case as to whether the witnesses should testify via video conferencing or to emplain for Malawi. It remains to be seen what will be the next step in the infamous extradition case of Prophet Shepherd Bushiri and his wife.
I was in South Africa. I was attending all the courts for almost 3 years. I was going to court and we were being told excuses after excuses. I never had a trial in South Africa for almost 3 years. I appeared in the court several times, and witnesses never showed up. So when I hear what they're saying today, that witnesses cannot come, despite the ruling that the magistrate had made on the 29th of March in this year, that the witnesses must come over according to the law, I was not surprised, not shocked. This also confirms my statement that I've been saying, that what I was passing through in South Africa was persecution, not prosecution.